Some stories feel like home. They don't need grand adventures or dramatic twist to touch your heart. They simply remind you of the life's most important things and its profound moments. October Junction by Divya Prakash Dubey is one such book that narrates the story through the thoughts of two people coming together every year just for one day and sharing everything that is happening with their lives, and in the process sharing their vulnerabilities, their wins and losses as two strangers passing through this journey. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are reading good. This is the first book number 1 of my 100 books reading challenge, a challenge that I'm doing this year to read 100 books. If you have not been able to see my video talking about this challenge and what are my honest intentions and struggles that I face while reading and how do I plan to overcome those, the video is going to be in the description box. Make sure you check that one out. And before even getting into today's review, I would like to encourage you to subscribe to the channel because I see that more than 80% of the Janta who watches my videos have not subscribed to it. So if you enjoy my videos already, or if you're looking for some inspiration in your life this year to get back on the reading bandwagon, please consider subscribing to my channel because this is exactly what I'm trying to do here. By the end of the video, if you like the video, please like it, share it with your friends and family, comment down below what you liked about the video, if there are any particular books that you are also reading and enjoying, and let's keep the discussion going. Let's keep the ball rolling. With that out of the way, let's get into my honest thoughts about the first book that I read in 2025, October Junction by Divya Prakash Dubey. As I mentioned in my other video also, and I'm just gonna reiterate it here, that this year one of my reading goal is to read more of Hindi books. And before this book, I have read other books by other Hindi authors, and I am just trying to get back into it as smoothly and slowly as possible. During my India visit last time, I just happened to check a lot of good Amazon reviews about this particular book and decided to get myself a copy. And I was not sorry because I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I was reading it while traveling as well, and this was the first time in months that I read around 150 pages in one sitting in an airplane, and this rarely happens to me. So that is a testament of how beautiful the writing turned out to be for me and how easygoing I found it. Being a native Hindi speaker but having lost so much touch from it, I do hope I find more books like these in the months to come and follow along my journey. If you're also a Hindi reader or you want to get back into more regional reads, whatever is your mother tongue, we have no inhibition, we have no borders here. But if you want to just have a particular reading goal like this, being more attuned with the language that you are brought up with, your mother tongue, whatever is your reading goal, just follow along, and I do hope you get to read more such books like I am able to. So take this with a grain of salt. This is going to be a sort of a recommendation of this book, not particularly a review. Even then, I'm pretty sure I'm going to convince you by the end of this video why you should also pick up this book. Divya Prakash Dubey's October Junction is a story that talks about connections, second chances, and finding yourself in the in-between, this journey that we call life. Divya Prakash Dubey is a name that will resonate a lot with Hindi readers. And to be honest with you, before I came across this book, I have heard of this author's name and I have heard all the good things, but I am a culprit of never being able to go ahead and buy a book for myself. It changed this year and I am never going back. Divya Prakash is a name that resonates with readers who like simple, heartfelt stories that captures the essence of human spirit. This particular book, October Junction, is a book that feels universally relatable. Talking about the plot of the book, it is a simple plot. It's about the protagonist Chitra and Sudeep. They happen to meet by chance on a visit to Banaras in a cafe where they were sitting and observing other people. They happen to have a little chat, and in that little chat, they realize that both of them are two strangers alone here and they're just looking for some connection in this city in this very vastly colorful and morbid city of Banaras. And they decided to spend one day with each other, just traveling around and talking about their life. You know how sometimes you are more open with strangers than with yourself and your closest friends and families. They become that for each other, at least on the first day. When they depart, when they are supposed to go their own ways, they decide that next year probably they should meet again on the same day. On the same date, 10th of October. And this starts a tradition between the two of them where they look forward to these meetings every single year, but they're not supposed to talk to each other in the time between. What will happen to their stories? What will happen to their lifetime? How long will they be able to keep up with that tradition as they grow old and they are trying to make their mark in their particular careers, one being a man, one being a woman. Chitra is a writer. Sudeep is a very successful businessman who is bringing up his startup. And we see both of their stories through the lives of these days, 10th of October. And in the background, you introduced by the author about their trials, tribulations, and their thoughts. But what do they decide to show the other person, to show the other partner in this treaty? Is what we see on 10th of October. Talking about the writing of the book, what sets this writing apart is his very beautiful ability to turn the everyday life into something very beautiful. It also forces you to introspect and think about your own life decisions and the internal dilemmas and struggles that we as people go through every single day. Sometimes we decide to find beauty in the littlest of things, and sometimes we bound to overlook those little beauties and completely ignore them in a quest to achieve something that we feel we deserve. These are thoughts that every single day mar the existence of our being, and when you see them put so beautifully on paper, especially in Hindi, I was very moved because I found them very personal. I found them that they spoke to me a lot because these are thoughts that also comes into my mind every so often. And when you see them out in the open, that there's someone else who thinks in a similar manner than you feel deeply connected as a human being in this human experience we all are living and trying to do our best. His writing style is very conversational, like he's just sitting across from you, enunciating these stories like an old friend. There's something incredibly comfortable about that. And the way he captures the essence of Banaras in bits and pieces, it is like you can smell the streets, the holy bells of the temple, the spirit, the very contrasting spirit between the human life and the dead that revibrates in the air of the city itself. It truly adds a whole different layer to the narrative. Highlights. There is so much to love about the book, particularly the writing, as I said, the characters who are very well drawn and they feel very normal, very mundane, very everyday life people, but how they have so many layers to their existence and they are just like any other person, trying to make it big, sometimes just trying to find peace. The most exciting part of the book is probably the concept of meeting only once every year. I haven't read a story like this before, and I believe this is the genius of the writer to bring two people like this only for one day and then make them so deeply connected to each other that you are forced to understand and question your life choices and your relationships in a way that feel very counterproductive, that you spend so much time with a person and yet sometimes you overlook their needs and wants. And yet here, two people who only meet for a limited amount of time, who do not exactly know what goes on in each other's life, and yet they understand each other better than any other partner they can find in their lifetime. I haven't read a narration like this, and even with the lack of a structure, lack of a solid plot, it is a stream of a lot of thoughts, and those thoughts are something that you underline a lot. I have particularly underlined a lot of quotes from this book, and I found myself going back to those underlined words because they spoke to me like a poem. It is lyrical. The prose is very beautiful. And I did not know that it's possible to bring out such a genius writing in Hindi as well. Sorry, I am talking like a naive person or probably a snob, but this has been my experience. Maybe I need to read more books by varied authors. Definitely, I do need to do that and to open up my mind to different experiences. So I am happy that I was able to find a book like this time around. Lowlights. While the book is something that I particularly loved, I am just going to lay it out what are the negatives for me and what could be a negative for certain readers. First off, right off the bat, this book is not very structured. It is not a thriller. It's not a fast-paced book. It is a very slow burn. It also just have a lot of human thoughts as the matter of the book. So if this is something that doesn't speak to you, you are not a very philosophical person, you don't want to go deeper into people's nuances and you get bored by it, which you have a right to, then this is not going to be the book for you. One of the criticism of the book is also that it has a lot of repetitive themes. The theme of fate is explored in the book itself, spanning through decades in a lot of various ways. And some readers might feel that this concept of life is overemphasized in this narrative. In the end, I did like the book because I particularly felt this book is just talking about the journey and not the destination. But if you are someone who always seek out some kind of thrill or seek out some kind of knowledge by the end of a book, then you might have to skip this one out. Final thoughts, final rating. This book was a 5 on 5 for me. I am going to rate this as my top reads of 2025 and I'm just so happy that this was the first book of this year. As I said, this book just isn't about the text or the characters. It is an experience in itself. I do like the cover. That is why I'm also wearing yellow to match with the vibe. And you can see the bridge, the Banaras bridge in the drawings and there is a moon, and when you will read the story, you will find how beautifully drawn the characters are and they just talk in ramblings to each other, but they understand what the other is trying to say. Sometimes they do not understand and they egg each other. They hold each other accountable on a different plane, and I do like books like these. It makes me think, it makes me smile, it makes me cry at times, and it makes me reflect on my own life and makes my story, makes my thoughts feel one with other humans maybe. Sometimes I feel insecure, sometimes I feel not very understood in my own thoughts, and when I read books, I feel that we are all in this together. It's okay, it is a journey, it's not a destination. And I also liked that I was able to read in Hindi so smoothly, so seamlessly that I thought it's going to be a challenge, but it was not. I am definitely going to pick up more books by Divi Prakash Dubey. I cannot wait to go back to India and get myself more of his books and adore my bookshelf with books like these. Having said that, if you are someone who is looking to get back into reading in Hindi, or are looking for more beginner-friendly, easy-going books, I definitely recommend this one. Thank you for joining me in this journey today. Thank you for listening to my thoughts for so long. If you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends and families. If you have already read this book, comment down below what were your thoughts about the book. And if you haven't already, do you also want to pick this book up? What has been your reading journey so far this year? I'm all ears. I'm going to read all the comments. And I particularly like discussing all the books that you guys are reading too here. So just keep the comments coming. I try to reply to every single one of them. And as I said, if you like my videos, if you like this channel, please consider subscribing to it. Turn on the notification bell. And I'm going to bring more such videos in the weeks, in the months, and in this year to come. I'm very excited. I'm already having a head start on the 100 books reading challenge, and please wish me luck. With that out of the way, I will take your leave for today. I hope you guys get around to reading very, very good books. I will see you guys next time. Until then, happy reading.